Introduction. Friends, happy upcoming New Year. Imagine it's already 2025, and you're standing at the threshold of change. What if this year, instead of just reflecting on the past, you took a step toward true transformation? What if you could create a year that brings you more inner peace, clarity, and confidence? And what if I told you that you could do all this in just one day? I'll give you the tools to not just talk about change, but actually implement it in your life. But the choice to act, that's up to you. This video will be structured in a way that helps you not only understand what needs to change, but also clearly build an action plan. We'll cover 1. Year in review. How to properly analyze the past year and draw lessons that will help you avoid repeating mistakes. 2. The future as a choice. How to understand what you truly want from the new year and how Stoicism can help you achieve it. 3. Emotional control. How to maintain inner peace even when everything around you is changing. 4. Acting. Why you should stop procrastinating and how to take the first step toward change today. 5. Building lasting habits. How to cement new habits that will lead to long-term success. And this won't just be theory, but real tools you can start using right now. Let's get started. First year in review. The wisdom of retrospection. Marcus Aurelius said, "Look to the past, to learn, not to regret." These words are the foundation of Stoic philosophy. And before you meet the new year, it's important to look back at the past year. Not to regret or blame yourself, but to draw conclusions that will help you become better. Stoicism calls for an objective evaluation of what has been done, without emotional attachment to the outcome. We often tend to focus on our failures, but it is through analyzing those moments that we gain the most important lessons. In this section, we'll do a Stoic audit of your year. You'll learn how to properly analyze your actions, understand where you've spent energy on things that don't matter, and realize what truly deserves your attention and effort. 1. Evaluation of time and energy. First, you need to look at where you've spent the most time and effort. The Stoics advised, make every day important. Don't scatter your energy on what doesn't matter. This means carefully building your priorities. Think about how much time you spent on things that didn't bring you closer to your true goals, or on people who didn't add positivity to your life. 2. Analysis of mistakes and successes. For a Stoic, mistakes are opportunities for growth, and successes are just temporary results that shouldn't be fixated on. Analyze what didn't work out, but instead of regretting, try to understand what you could have done differently. Every failure is just a step towards something better. Don't be afraid to admit your mistakes, as this is the best path to improvement. 3. What can you let go of? The final step is understanding what you are ready to leave behind. In Stoicism, there's the concept of arche, the ability to let go of things and situations that don't affect your inner harmony. This might be forgiving yourself for past mistakes, letting go of negative thoughts, or even forgiving those who have hurt you. Sometimes, the best step forward is not to add more, but to make space for the new. Your task. Conduct a review of the year. Which actions brought real results and what was wasted? Write down 3 key lessons you've learned this year. Reflect on what you're ready to leave behind in order to move forward into the new year with clarity and peace. This Stoic approach to retrospection will not only help you summarize your year, but also move forward with new awareness. Remember, the past exists only for you to use it for the future. 2. The main goal of the year. Control over your mind. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom and strength come only when we learn to control our thoughts and reactions, rather than the circumstances surrounding us. In this section, we'll focus on how to set a goal for the new year, not based on external achievements, but on inner development and control over the mind. 1. Understanding the Stoic approach to goals. In Stoicism, the goal isn't always about achieving specific material results or external achievements. It's more about creating inner resilience that allows us to maintain calm and clarity in any situation. Seneca said, "The goal is not to achieve, but to move correctly toward the goal." Therefore, we set goals not to achieve them at any cost, but to improve our ability to act wisely and steadfastly under any circumstances. 2. What can we control? First and foremost, it's important to understand that we can only control our internal reactions and behaviors, not external circumstances. Stoicism makes a clear distinction between what is within our control and what is not. All external factors, from the weather to the thoughts of others, are beyond our control. But our attitude towards these circumstances is entirely in our hands. 3. How to set the right goal. The ideal goal in Stoicism is not to achieve great success, but to continuously improve and act in alignment with our values. You can set goals such as becoming calmer in stressful situations, practicing gratitude daily, developing self-discipline, improving your mental state through meditation or reading. Such goals can be concrete steps that help you become more resilient, balanced, and wise in your actions. Instead of setting a goal in terms of external achievement, ask yourself, how can I become the best version of myself? 4. Approaches to daily decisions and actions. One of the most important aspects of Stoicism is the habit of making small improvements every day. Stoics taught that success doesn't come through huge leaps, but through gradual changes and consistent work on oneself. Your daily decisions should focus on developing inner strength and wisdom. Whatever you do, whether it's work, relationships, or personal hobbies, try to approach each task from a Stoic perspective, with clarity, patience, and mindfulness. 5. True happiness. Through inner control. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that true happiness does not depend on external circumstances. He believed that when we control our thoughts, we free ourselves from the suffering caused by misperceptions of the world. In this context, your goal for the new year could focus on developing inner peace, learning to let go of control over what we cannot change, and focusing on what we can control, our own mind and perception of the world. Your task. Review your goals for the new year and ask yourself, do these goals truly impact my inner growth? Develop an action plan to help you build control over yourself, your reactions to stress and emotions. Write down 3 internal qualities you want to improve in yourself over the next year. Perhaps it will be self-discipline, patience, or inner confidence. The goal of Stoicism is not just achievement, but changing the way we approach any situation. And it is through this control over ourselves that we can create true happiness and inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. 3. Techniques for maintaining calm. How Stoicism helps in stressful situations. Stoicism is not just a philosophy for peaceful living, but also a powerful tool for maintaining calm in the most challenging situations. The Stoics taught that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reaction to them. In this section, we will explore how to use Stoic techniques for managing stress, maintaining mental clarity, and achieving inner peace, even in the most intense moments. 1. The principle of objectivity. Perceiving situations without emotion. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not allow external events to disturb your peace." The first step in maintaining calm is learning to perceive events objectively. When a stressful situation arises, our first impulse is often an emotional reaction: anger, frustration, anxiety. However, the Stoics recommend postponing these emotions and asking, what can I do with this situation? They advised objectively assessing the circumstances and seeing them as an opportunity for growth rather than as a threat or obstacle. For example, when you find yourself in an unpleasant situation at work, instead of reacting emotionally, try to analyze whether there is a lesson or opportunity for improvement. Technique. Ask yourself, what specifically happened? What can I change in my reaction? How can I use this situation for self-improvement? 2. The principle of detachment. Focus on what is in our control. The Stoics always emphasize the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what is beyond our control. This helps maintain inner calm, as most of our distress and stress arise from trying to change what we cannot influence. The lack of control over a situation is not a reason for anxiety. It is an opportunity to practice calmness and acceptance. Technique. Each time you feel stressed, ask yourself, what can I change in this situation? What in this situation can I not control and must accept? How can I act to maintain calm, even when the situation is spiraling out of control? 3. Mental rehearsal. Anticipating possible difficulties. The Stoics suggested using the technique of mental rehearsal, or premeditatio malorum, which involves imagining possible difficulties and misfortunes that could arise and preparing for them in advance. This not only helps reduce stress during a crisis, but also builds confidence in our ability to handle challenges. Marcus Aurelius often described how before taking action, he would imagine all possible problems and obstacles so that he could be prepared and not waste energy on unnecessary emotional reactions. This creates internal balance because we are already ready for negative events and do not perceive them as unexpected or unpredictable. Technique. Practice imagining various scenarios in your life. How will I react to a job rejection or unexpected criticism? What will I do if something doesn't go according to plan? What are my first steps in the case of unforeseen problems? The principle of simplicity. Eliminating excess noise. In Stoicism, there is another important principle, simplicity. The Stoics believe that much of our stress arises from unnecessary complexity in our lives, from overloaded to-do lists to unnecessary worries about small things. To maintain calm, we need to learn to free ourselves from excess distractions and focus only on what is most important. This means avoiding excessive information, reducing emotional overload, and learning to live simply but meaningfully. Technique. Ask yourself, what in my life right now is excessive and preventing me from staying calm? How can I simplify my surroundings and eliminate unnecessary worries? How can I focus more on what truly matters? The principle of gratitude practice. Focusing on the positive. Finally, an important tool for maintaining calm is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics taught that we often become absorbed in negative emotions because we focus on what we lack. Instead, they suggested directing our attention to what we already have and being grateful for every little thing. This helps maintain balance in any situation and reduces stress, as we begin to see life as a gift rather than an endless struggle. Technique. Spend a few minutes each day to express gratitude for what you have, for health, family, the ability to work and learn, for every positive moment in your day, even if it seems small, for every lesson you gain, even in the most challenging situations. Your task. Use one of these techniques each time you feel stressed. Write down a situation where you maintained calm using Stoic methods and how it helped you achieve a better outcome. 4. Boosting productivity. How to act effectively without excess tension. One of the greatest challenges of the modern world is the constant need to be productive. There is never enough time, and we often feel like we're working tirelessly, but not achieving the desired results. Stoicism offers important tools for acting effectively while maintaining inner calm and balance, or rather than getting caught up in unnecessary stress and tension. In this section, We will explore how to work not harder, but smarter, moving toward your goals without wasting energy. 1. The principle of acting without attachment to the outcome. One of the main principles of Stoicism is that we should act without excessive attachment to the outcome. The Stoics believe that we cannot control external events and their results, but we can control our actions. Instead of measuring our productivity by the results, we should focus on fully dedicating ourselves to the process. Your energy and efforts should be directed toward performing the task well and honestly, without worrying about what will happen in the end. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not worry about what will be. Do what you have to do, and free yourself from the outcome." Rather than endlessly thinking about whether the result will be successful, focus on the process with full attention and effort. Each step matters, and the result will naturally follow from your efforts. Technique. Focus on performing the task, not on the results. When you work, do it to the best of your ability, without thinking about how your achievement will be evaluated. If stress from the results overwhelms you, return to the process and ask yourself, what can I do now to improve the performance of the task? 2. The principle of minimizing noise. Eliminating distractions. One of the reasons we fail to achieve high productivity is the overwhelming number of distractions. Stoicism encourages us to embrace minimalism in all areas, not only in physical possessions, but also in mental space. Instead of constantly checking social media, responding to countless messages, or thinking about dozens of things at once, focus your attention on one task. Technique. Create mental space. Turn off notifications on your phone to avoid constant distractions. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work continuously for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This helps maintain focus and reduces stress. Categorize your tasks as important and non-urgent. Focus on what matters in the long run and save the trivial for later. 3. The principle of energy management. Time isn't the only limited resource. Stoicism teaches us that not only time, but also energy is a limited resource. We can spend countless hours on tasks, but if we lack energy or inner calm, our productivity declines. It is important to manage our energy so that it is directed toward important tasks, not wasted on trivialities or unnecessary stress. Technique. Energy management. Make time for rest and energy recovery. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of balance between work and rest. Pay attention to your physical state. Poor nutrition or lack of sleep can significantly reduce your productivity. It's crucial to take care of your health since the energy for effective work comes from your body. Record when you have the most energy for productive work, morning, day, or evening, and plan important tasks during these times. The principle of mindful action. Acting with awareness. Stoicism teaches that every action should be conscious and purposeful. Productivity is not just about doing more, but about doing more important and valuable things. Every action, even the smallest, should have a purpose. When you give your full attention to the task, you will achieve more with less effort. Technique. Mindful action. Formulate a clear goal before starting any task. Ask yourself, what is the purpose of this action? Learn to be fully in the moment while working. If you are working, work. If you are resting, rest. The principle of rest and recovery. The importance of breaks. The end of the workday and rest are not just the absence of work, but an important stage that helps restore energy for future achievements. The Stoics understood the importance of internal balance, so they believed that work should alternate with recovery and reflection. Technique. Smart rest. After each intense day, take a pause to reflect. What did you do well? Where can you improve? And why is it important to maintain inner calm even during intense work? Include regular physical exercises, yoga, or meditation in your daily routine to improve your overall state and energy. Your task: outline your daily schedule, paying attention to areas where you can be more productive and where you can preserve energy. Use at least one of these techniques to maintain focus and energy throughout the day and observe how it affects your results. 5. Building habits for long-term success. How to integrate Stoic principles into daily life. Achieving true success is not just about big steps or epic achievements. It is primarily about the consistent habits we create every day. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of discipline, self-control, and continuous self-improvement. In this section, we will explore how to incorporate Stoic principles into your daily life so that they become your natural way of living, not just a phase on the path to change. 1. The principles of daily practice. Not theory, but action. Stoicism is not just a philosophy for contemplation, it is a practical tool for daily life. One of the key aspects of Stoicism is action. The Stoics did not just study wisdom, they practiced their principles every day through specific actions. This means that if you want to change your life, you need to start acting now, not wait for perfect conditions or a moment for big changes. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of being ready for change and improvement every day. Every morning, ask yourself, what should I do today to become better? This applies not only to big goals, but also to small, everyday actions that gradually transform us. For example, instead of promising yourself that you will start tomorrow, take one step toward change today. Technique: daily rituals. Choose one Stoic principle you want to practice this week. For example, it could be the principle of self-control or accepting what you cannot change. Set yourself the task of acting according to this principle every day. Whether it's accepting difficulties without excessive emotions or limiting distractions. Keep a journal where you record your observations about how Stoic principles manifest in your life. 2. The principle of discipline, the key to maintaining success. One of the main aspects of Stoicism is discipline. The Stoics taught that without discipline, great changes are impossible. If you want to achieve your goals and build a harmonious life, you need to learn to act disciplined every day, even when motivation is lacking. This applies to both big goals and small steps. Seneca, a great Stoic, wrote, "It's not the one who acts who makes mistakes, but the one who does nothing." Without discipline, even the best idea will remain just a dream. Therefore, it is important to create structure in your life. Prioritize, set a schedule, and stick to it, even when it seems difficult or doesn't yield immediate results. Technique: daily schedule. Create a clear daily schedule, including time for working on important goals, meditation, self-reflection, and physical exercise. Learn to say no to distractions and insignificant tasks. Instead of reacting to every impulse or request, clearly define what is important and where you must remain disciplined. Start the day with a specific task that brings you closer to your goal. It may be a small step, but it will set the right tone for the day. 3. The principle of continuous improvement. Every day, a step toward a better version of yourself. Stoicism teaches that continuous improvement is the path to true success. It is not a one-time action, but a lifelong process. If you want to achieve something meaningful, it is important not to stop at what you've already accomplished, but to look for opportunities for growth and self-improvement in every situation. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not try to be better than others. Try to be better than you were yesterday." This means that success lies not in comparing yourself to others, but in the constant effort to become a better version of yourself. If you take at least one small step forward every day, by the end of the year, it will be a tremendous progress. Technique: daily reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do today for my personal development? Ask yourself, what can I improve tomorrow? Record your achievements and failures to see progress and learn from mistakes. The principle of simplicity, letting go of the unnecessary to achieve great goals. One of the important principles of Stoicism is minimalism. The Stoics believe that without unnecessary things and noise, we can focus on what truly matters. The fewer irrelevant elements in our lives, the more space there is for growth and achievement. Technique: minimalism in daily life. Analyze your habits, routines, and even your environment. Is there something that distracts you or takes up your time without real benefit? Simplify your schedule and remove unnecessary tasks so you can spend more time on what really matters for your personal growth. The principle of patience. Big changes take time. Stoicism teaches that important changes do not happen quickly. Any improvement takes time, patience, and persistence. If you want to build lasting habits for long-term success, you need to be ready for the fact that this might take time. The Stoics believe that every great success is the result of continuous, even small work. Technique: patience and consistency. Learn to be patient with yourself and the process. Great results come with time, and even small steps each day are already significant achievements. Remember, Stoicism is a path, not a finish line. Your habits and changes do not need to be immediate. They should be consistent and develop gradually. Your task: create your change plan for the next month. Include one Stoic practice that you will apply daily. Every day, take at least one small step to become a better version of yourself and track your progress. Conclusion: here you are at the finish line. You've gone through the principles that can change your life. But remember, true power lies in your action. As you read these words, you have the chance to make 2025 the year you remember as the beginning of great change. All it takes is one step forward, and no matter how small it is, every day is a new opportunity to work on yourself, to build your resilience and tranquility. You have the tools now. It's your turn to act. Real change doesn't happen in an instant, but you can start it right now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It's always just one decision away. Having gone through this philosophy, you now hold the keys to turning 2025 into a year of continuous growth and inner strength. So act today. Determination and consistency are what will lead to success. I believe you can do it, and it's your choice to make your life better. Don't delay. Your future starts today.